like Carson Macedo, and they can growl about it. Lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, looking to sink with my torpedo. I'm just a lap car trying to survive, running in the back, fearing my life. Cause there's a black 2041 guy adding to the junk in the field with some white on white crimes. Or is it 99 maybe? I don't give a damn, but the bank statements lately adding up through the junk that the crazy man's making. Reckon her, reckon him, non-binary, maybe, who knows? If I don't like him, I slide him like Carson Macedo.
That's how it's supposed to be done, ladies and gentlemen. Lights are off. All right, so now can we restart the show like the race didn't happen? We're here with Sean, the push truck, the Asian push truck driver who's everybody's mad at you, Sean.
I don't know why.
Because you were screaming, fuck you, David, and I'm screaming, kick his Asian ass and all that, and we're in fucking trouble with the fucking, thought police. Oh. Anyway.
It's all fun.
So do we want to get into the I'm actually feeling like we should restart. The race is over. Do we want to get into the drama of the night?
Yeah, let's do.
Do we want to get into the actual topics? Do we want Cody Jacobs on the show?
How do we start? We start at the very beginning of...
Here's how. So, Connie's over here saying we act like virgins. Meanwhile, her giraffe is incapacitated right now. Anyway, she has a pet giraffe. It's her niece. But I only slept with her one time. I didn't do anything, Connie. I didn't do anything. She said no, and I stopped. Said no, and I stopped. Anyway, this is facts. Care what she and her lawyers say. But anyway. Had a situation. What started the night, Sean? Tanner Thorson.
Well, got wind that Tanner Thorson loaded up and just left.
Like a little what?
He left.
Like a little
bitch.
You said that, Sean, not me. You said that. I just wanted you to get the trouble this time. I'm tired of taking the heat.
Well, I mean,
I'm tired of taking the heat, Sean. You said that Tanner was a little bitch. Did you just say it? I didn't say it.
Well,
right? I mean,
and then a few minutes go by, and then
oh no,
then
oh no,
yeah, hold
on. So I received a text message. We're putting it on the screen. We're putting it on the screen right now. We're putting it on the screen. This was the text message that I received after Tanner Thorson removed himself from the facility. Right here, we're putting it on the screen. Where the fuck are you at? High Limits points leader just qualified and loaded up and left. That series sucks, I'm telling you. They need to stop lying to the people, Sean, the people. And then I responded, I said, no, ... no way he did that. And then this person responded, yep. And then I said, broke motor, ? I'm thinking he can't just leave. And this guy says, broke his pride. Broke his pride. Tanner Thorson, of course, qualified 12th. Respectable against the Outlaws. We all know the High Limit are superior. We know they're superior. What do you want to say, Sean?
No, I go ahead. Nothing.
Oh, okay. And he loaded up and left. And they broke his pride. Broke his pride. This was the official announcement from Tanner Thorson Racing as to why he left the building. He said, we decided to scratch tonight at 81 Speedway. We are very high winds, and we didn't want to risk anything since our commitment is with high limit racing. Any response, Sean, to these the series of events?
Well,
back to him being a bitch. You're gonna call Tanner a bitch now? Hold on, come on now.
well, no, I mean, I said that because obviously we didn't know the reason at first. I mean, you know, I wasn't there at the races, but you could see the flags and you could see people. Not going to mention anything about the cold, but the winds. I mean, you can obviously see it on TV. But I don't know how windy it was, but
let me fucking interject. I can't sit back here and blow smoke anymore.
Well,
I can't. I'm not going to allow your Asian ass to pull some ching chong bullshit right now. Here's the fucking deal. Why you? Oh, you're coughing. Oh yeah, cat got your tongue, kitty. Okay, Ginger. Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. Meow mix. Why you talk to me as to why I was driving away from Amarillo, Texas, to US 36, and then here? What did I say?
Oh, it's windy.
My fucking car blew apart, Sean.
Not on the way up here from not from Amarillo.
In Amarillo.
It did.
Yes. Not the other day, but the day before. I mean, there was a high wind advisory, high risk wind advisory in Amarillo, Texas, for the last 3 fucking weeks. The reason I did not stay at high limit in Amarillo is because there was gusts up to 50 miles per hour and sustained winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour. I talked to a race team on the phone at 3 o'clock, and they were like, what the fuck are we doing here? They said there was 20 cars in the pits in Amarillo with their doors closed because the wind was blowing the fucking haulers around as they were sitting in the pitting area. So, here is my honest take on this. Business move. Business move. Because it is high limits business if Tanner Thorson races, correct?
Right.
It's not World of Outlaws business if he does.
Right.
So, we originally posted this right here. We said, high limit points leader folds his hands against the World of Outlaws. Say it ain't so. What happened? Obviously, this text message was coming from a World of Outlaw crew chief. Hates high limit. We went to Tanner. We have the messages here. I deleted this post originally. He said to me, I don't care. I make my decisions. This is not an official Tanner Thorson statement, but it's his thoughts. People can run their mouth all they want. They don't work on these cars and don't know shit. Last thing I care about is the keyboard warriors. He says he wasn't happy with the car. Is what it is. No sense in putting time on the motor if we're not going to run well, basically. No, he said, actually, no sense on putting time on the motor for no reason. I told him that this post, and this is why I was apologetic to Tanner for making this post, which was deleted. I said, I chose to post it. I apologize. People will pile on you with the choice for you leaving, but I don't want it to be me. You're going to, you're better than tonight situation. In my book, I said, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about this on my show, but posting screenshots of a text from my Outlaw crew chief rubbing it in isn't right. I'll get burned for my thoughts, not theirs. His smart-ass comments are funny. I mean, they're fucking hilarious. But it wasn't fair. I'm trying to be fair in this whole ordeal. I got to pump the brakes on myself sometimes, trying to be more thoughtful. He says, good old Cody. I didn't even tell him who it was, guy. He knew that this text message was coming from Cody Jacobs. Why is that? Why is that? I did say this. I said, yes, it's true. Good old Cody Jacobs. Good for his smart-ass comments, but giving a fuck is definitely not a high concern. I said he's probably the biggest guy I've talked to who's against high limit in Brad, though. I'm not sure it's against you because I did. Let me continue here. I'm not sure it's against you. This is what I was saying to Tanner. It's about the Outlaws versus high limit thing to him. I talked to him last. But he very much dislikes high limit and Brad Sweet. So, I mean, what do we think about this, Sean? I have to use the restroom, but I feel like I have to call Cody when I get back. I have to call Cody Jacobs when I get back to get to the bottom of this. I have to, right? Or no?
Yeah, I would.
What any thoughts? Is anybody in the comments saying anything? Hold on, let me put the comments up. I got to use the restroom, and then we're going to call Cody. We're going to fucking get to the bottom of this shit.
Well,
Tired of Cody running his fucking mouth. It's fucking on. I'm tired of getting burned for what you fucking said, Cody. We're done with the ginger kitties and your meow mixes and all this shit. You're going down. Puta Kente. Say something.
I mean, Kelly Reed is right. I mean, he's not contracted to the World Outlaws. Why risk the equipment? Huh. We're gonna call him.
What did you tell him, Sean?
Well,
hold on. Before we call Cody, because I'm calling Cody. I told him I'm calling him because I'm tired of this shit. So, what did they say, Sean?
Well, Kelly Reed, he says if I'm a points leader in my contracted series, I'm not wrecking in a non-points race. Smart business on Thorson's part. People talking smack haven't owned a race.
No, but here's the fucking deal, though, Sean. Cody Jacobs is the #1 crew chief in the world right now. Is he not?
Yeah.
Cody Jacobs is working on the car, Tanner. That's why he said, good old Cody. Because he knows. He knows. Cody Jacobs and Tanner Thorson are very similar people, in my opinion.
Well, you know what they say about people that are similar, they butt heads.
Look. Tanner Thorson is widely known as being a brush guy. Kind of a fuck you type personality. I'm doing my shit, you do yours, I'm going to whoop your fucking ass on the racetrack. That's why I like Tanner Thorson, you know?
Cody's the same way.
That's what I mean. So, I don't really think that chat picture that is from Cody Jacobs was technically about Tanner. He just hates fucking high limit and fuck you and we're World Outlaws guys. You know, it's like Tanner's the example, but if it was Rico as the points leader and he loads up and leaves, he's saying the same fucking things. Now he may make like a short person joke along the way if it was Rico. I'm just saying, like, but Cody's the smart ass type of guy who would talk shit just to fucking, you know, pop some shit off and make it sound funny. You know what I mean? Can you hear that, Sean? So do you think we should call Cody Jacobs and get some clarification? Because I would like to talk to Cody about this. I honestly want to know what he is thinking. Do you think he'll answer, Sean? I told him I'm calling. I mean, I'm scared. Paul Silva, please enter the chat. First of all, Cody Jacobs is better than Paul Silva. Maybe. Hold on. Now, do we have a debate on who's better, Paul Silva or Cody Jacobs? Who do you think? Who in the chat thinks Paul Silva is better than Cody Jacobs? Let's be honest. I mean, what's the criteria? Did that person just say Ricky Warner's greater than Cody Jacobs? Are y'all people delusional? Are y'all delusional? Paul Silva is better. We're trying to call him. I'm having an issue with my program right now. This is probably good for everybody because we don't want to get... Cody can get you in some shit. You know this, Sean. I mean, Cody is the reason... Me and Cody are the reason Kyle Larson was trying to kill David last year. That's the truth. Kyle has said this. Why are you laughing, Sean? Kyle literally said it's because of Cody and what he said. Well, who's he talking about and where was he saying?
I like how you put that.
Me and Cody almost killed David on multiple occasions last year, especially at fucking Eldora. For some reason, it's not allowing us to call Cody, guys. It's not allowing us to call Cody Jacobs. Hold on, let's see. We may be able to work around it. Hold on, we're trying. Let's see here. We're trying to do some IT work. IT work. Hold on, will IT work? Hold on. I think we're trying. We're trying.
Hey, Brett.
Hold on, we're trying. Brett who? Bret Hart?
Fisher.
Oh, no. It is not letting us call Cody Jacobs. Wow. The system's not allowing it to.
Oh, anybody?
I don't know if we can have anyone call us or if we cannot call anybody. I'm trying to figure this out right now, honestly. We're on the editing. We're on the... Oh, you want us to use your phone. Hold on, I'm trying to, like, work the system right now. Hold on. Because I do want... Silva is only good where he can... First of all, y'all want to reference Ricky Warner, right? Ricky Warner fired Rico. Or Paul Silva fired Rico from the 57 because Rico couldn't keep up in NARC. Literally, guys. He couldn't keep up in NARC. I don't know what y'all guys are talking about. Yeah, for some reason, it is not allowing us. Hold on. Hold on. We may be able to get it. Hold on. We're just gonna do it old school off the phone. Take your earpieces out, Sean. We're fucking calling Cody Jacobs on my phone right now. We're going speakerphone. Old school fucking white people shit. Let's do it. Let's see if he answers, guys. Let's see. Oh, no. This is bad. He knows what's coming. He don't want to answer. He don't want no heat. He's scared. This is Cody for you. All bark, no meow. All bark, no meow. And I'm lighting them up. All I'm saying is, like, if these guys want to talk, here's what I'm saying. If these guys want to talk, then I'm tired of talking for them. Why are you fucking messaging me and talking to me and wanting me to post about it? You know, like the rumor. You know?
Oh, yeah. We need to talk about that? Or we're going to talk about that here in a little bit?
Do you want to talk about that right now? I mean, Cody's not answering. He bitched out. Tanner Thorson is a man to me at this point. Cody's a bitch. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the
I want to know, rumor in Knoxville, Iowa, is that Tony Stewart grabbed you by the scruff of the neck and drug you into a trailer and that you have it. I don't know if that's true.
The Tony Stewart.
The Tony Stewart, the GOAT. Yeah, Tony Stewart.
Smoke.
That
motherfucker met some fire, it sounds like.
That's the hot topic around town.
In Knoxville. Y'all are talking about this.
Yes, in Knoxville.
Who's talking about it? Dennis Gainey? How's Dennis know? I mean, come on now.
Dennis is probably behind bars.
No, he's not. Y'all are going to be fucked when it comes to the truth of Dennis Gainey.
I don't know.
It's true. It's true. We've almost completed the Trinity. Tony was very upset at me. There his little face is, like right there. And it has to do with you, Sean. He's mad at you.
What?
He's mad at you, yes.
Why?
Because I was sitting here after the shots and Stewart split, talking about a bunch of people, and you kept saying, "Oh, who are you talking about?" Yeah, you said her name, not me, Sean. You said her name. He's coming for you and your fucking Asian ass push truck.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you motherfucker. You're getting it. You're fucking getting it. But yeah, I get. Hold on, we gotta. You're saying this is a active rumor?
It is an active rumor
That Tony Stewart. Where did it happen? All right, let's see how factual your rumors are. Where did I get pulled in? Where?
Arizona.
Hey, your facts are pretty close. What do you mean? What happened? What did you hear? Well, let's hear it. What did you hear happen with me and Tony Stewart in Arizona? What happened? Here.
He had some words with you over the Donnie and Tony split. Apparently, you brought somebody into the mix.
You did that, Sean. That was your fault. I'm blaming the Asians. You're leaving the country, so just take the blame, Sean, and run. I got to stay here and deal with the repercussions, damn it. Come on now. Take one for the team, Sean. Yeah, Connie knows. Connie fucking knows.
I'm not taking the heat for this.
So, yeah, it is true that Tony Stewart was, as he said, not happy. But the rumor of him pulling me in his trailer, what do you define as pull? Like, did he have to drag me in there? Or did I walk in there? Like, what's the clarification here?
Well, rumor is he pulled you in there. I don't know.
Hold on. Torpedoes are here. Hold on.
I kind of want to know what's going
on.
I kind of want.
Torpedoes are smaller. What happened, Connie? Are you charging her taxes on this? This is bullshit. This is fucking tariffed. This is unbelievable. Yeah, you can have a piece of my orange. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? Cody's went into bitch mode. He ain't responding. So you're saying Tony Stewart grabbed me. You're saying the rumor. I just want to know what the rumor is. What happened? What's the rumor?
The rumor is that Chaz got pulled in a trailer. Tony Stewart. They had some more heated words. I want to know what the heated words are about.
So I mean, it's all your fault, for the record, Sean. It's all your fault. But
take the heat.
It is. I didn't know I'd have to talk about it, but it is true that Tony Stewart was upset with some of the things that I had to say on my show on the hills. It was actually like a month after, I think, of the Donnie Schatz Tony Stewart splitting. And this is what I want to say, which Tony pointed this out a little bit of times, and this will lay the foundation to the situation. Because Tony was saying, and I've heard other people say this word, and this word is journalist and journalism. When I say these people, Sean, they keep wanting to put me in a box. I had this situation happening in New Orleans, actually. Very similar. I was in New Orleans. I just got molested by or sexually assaulted by the prostitute who pickpocketed me. Very true story. I don't give a fuck what you people say. And I went into the bar at the hotel, and I was at the bar with these people, and I said, I just got sexual. What? Hold on. What?
More prostitutes?
No, it was people at the bar at the hotel. I made my way there after getting assaulted. And I said to the bartender, I was like, I just got sexually assaulted by a prostitute. I don't know what to do. And I had my, attire on like I am right now. And they're like, oh my God, that sounds so crazy. Do you need help or whatever? And I'm like, no, I'm good. And then we started talking. And then the politics situation got brought up. Some girl over there started bringing up politics. And they were like, we don't want to really talk with you while you're around. And I'm like, we don't want to talk with me while I'm around. Why? What's the deal? They're like, well, we pretty much know who you voted for. We pretty much know who you're for and who you're not for and what. I'm like, how? Just because of how I look? They're like, yeah, no, these girls literally, these girls and a guy, one guy, they were just because I had a hat on and a collared shirt and I was white, they assumed I was this fucking hardcore Trump supporting fucking right winger. So we start to talk a little bit more, and then as I'm talking about stuff, they go, "Oh, so you're a moderate? Oh, so you're a conservative liberal? Oh, so you're a right-leaning neo-Nazi? Oh, so you're this? Oh, so you're that?" And it's like, no, motherfuckers. I'm me. I'm nothing. I'm not your journalist. I'm not your fucking this and that in the box that you want to put me in. Because that's something that Tony kept bringing up was, this is tabloid journalism. When you talk like this isn't real journalism. We've heard Jeremy Elliott. I felt like Jeremy Elliott was in Tony's ear. Like there was an earpiece, kind of like the fucking Kamala deal. Like I felt like I was talking to Jeremy Elliott in a serious way. Because it was the same literature. I've heard Jeremy Elliott say you're a tabloid journalist. I've heard Jeremy Elliott say that on his show. Do you remember how many times he said that on his show about the Chaz? Okay, he's incapacitated. I guess you're fucking done. But I've heard Jeremy, when he criticizes me, he says, that's tabloid journalism. And Tony was like, your opinion and how you did this was tabloid journalism. And that's not how a journalist is supposed to act. And they're trying to put me in this journalist fucking box. It's like, just like these fucking chicks in this bar. They're trying to put me in this fucking conservative box. Or they're trying to put me in a moderate box. They're trying to put me in a neo-Nazi box. They're trying to put me in this box or that box and all these fucking little playpens. They don't want me to be an individual. There is nothing about what I do that you're going to define. Defined. I know that sounded wrong in literature perspective, as much as he's coughing and choking all over the mic, but you're not going to be defined. I'm not going to be defined. I didn't speak incorrectly. It's just not to your ability of understanding because you want to define things. Just like them people in that bar. I can't just be me. Now, at the end of the day, I get on my show. I guess we could call it a show. That's definitely what it is. And I just say what the fuck I think. And then it's you who define me. I don't define myself. My shit's labeled as entertainment and halfway comedian. I'm not that's just because of the categories they provide you on YouTube. My shit has never been defined as journalism. Now, sometimes it may come across that way. But I'm sorry. John, was it journalism when I was performing music at Bristol? Was it journalism when I was making hype pieces building up these events? Right, it's not. So, was it journalism when me and you are screaming, kick his Asian fucking ass in the stands at Eldora?
No.
But it reached 15 million people in 13 days. Is Logan Paul a journalist? This is what I mean. Like, y'all want to define people because, in my opinion, it's control tactic. Y'all want to be able to pick an item, purchase, and control. That's my opinion. That's why you want to define it. You don't want sincerity. You don't want sincerity because sincerity is individualistic. It's not how everyone else operates. Sincerity is individually defined. It's not based on a herd mentality. So, once again, we're not talking about the Tony Stewart deal. We're really not talking about what happened with Tony Stewart. I am just so fucking pissed that people are trying to call me a journalist or call me that or call me this, or these fucking bitches in the bar after I just got fucking basically robbed and raped by a fucking bum off the fucking streets. I'm getting very fucking mad that people are trying to tell me what I am. Why can't I just be me? You know what I mean by that, Sean?
Yeah.
Why can't you just be you?
That's what the society is nowadays. They want to form you to be what they want you to be.
I'm not trying to be a journalist. I'm not trying to be a neo-Nazi. I'm not trying to be a MAGA, a moderate, a liberal, a transgender. I'm not trying to be anything you can define. I'm just being me, motherfuckers. And if you don't like me, well, that's fine. Because my judge is going to judge all of us, including you. That's why some of these motherfuckers want to live forever. You know, I really think that's why these motherfuckers want to live forever. Because the day is going to come when they fucking take their last breath, they got to get judged by that motherfucker. And he sees it all. He don't see what you want to hide. He sees what you are. He ain't got to go to a courtroom to determine if you had intent or not. He already knows. He already knows. Better live forever or you're fucked. And once again, nothing to do with this Tony deal. I'm talking about all of you fuckers. All of you fuckers who want to put me in a box and control the key. So anyway, do you want to talk about the Tony Stewart situation? Because I just had to get that was building up for a couple of weeks now prior to the Tony deal. Or no, do you not want to talk about the deal? Okay.
It's better to be
No, it's not.
Well, I mean, you and Tony know, but does the publicly know? I don't really care to know.
Bonnie wants to know. Where are you going? Oh my God. End of the day, Tony was upset because of you, Sean. It was all about you. He's coming to get you, Sean. Are you worried?
I'm not worried at all.
No, I'm just kidding. He was upset because in our video, we finally talked about it after like 3 weeks after. They didn't know if I wanted to talk about it because I don't know if you recollected, but we had covered the, Donnie getting a Chevy back and wanting things to happen well. And after a week or two and it wasn't going well, I was like, people were asking me on the show. I'm like, I really don't want to fucking even go into that 15 pitting area because I know how Donnie gets when it ain't working right. He gets mad. It's shitty. It's a very unpleasant experience. I mean, I'm not saying do I blame him or not, but it's just it's not a pleasant experience. So anyway, after it all went down, obviously I have loyalty to Donnie. I listened to what Donnie had to say, and there were some people being named as a problem. Is this not true, Sean? You were there.
True.
Huh?
This is true.
And the person you named was Misha, which was being named by the people we were listening to, correct? And since we got on our show and blame, and this is where I had an issue, is like there's so many problems in the world where we hear like blame Trump or blame Kamala, where it's like fucking 300,000 people in between that have just as much of a pull. It's like blaming these politicians where who's their money coming from and who's actually getting funded and who's actually making the puppets say what they want to say. I didn't like that Tony and Donnie were getting the blunt of the blame in the split and all the trash. And so Donnie had alluded to us and to probably more than just us that Misha was a contributing factor to the failure, correct? Hold on, we had you muted, sorry.
Correct.
And we got on the show and verbalized that frustration from the Donnie perspective.
Right.
And Tony did not appreciate on the fact not only of us doing that to Misha. Misha has, and this is true. I mean, Misha has been a part of Tony Stewart Racing since the Mopar non-wing days with Levi Jones. She has actually put in fucking hard effort and work from day one with TSR prior to Donnie and even now after Donnie. And she has done a lot of work. And she's also had to do a lot of work in dealing with Donnie shots when he's fucking mad and losing, which is not the best person to deal with. You know what I mean by that? Like, that's probably not the easiest person in the world to get along with is Donnie shots when he's losing and you're potentially a scapegoat for the scenario. So he did not appreciate that and I think when I think about it, he did not appreciate us disrespecting Misha's effort with Tony Stewart Racing to the degree that we did. And I mean, I can 100% understand that. And apparently, Sean, because of our words and the things we said, there have been fans and people go up to Misha and be very mean because they're stupid. And if that's actually happening, I feel very bad for that. And I should feel bad. And there is an element of him criticizing me being a tabloid journalist. I hate both labels, tabloid or journalism or whatever, but there is a fair comparison or a fair criticism in saying, Why did I just sit there and believe Donnie word for word? There was 2 splittings of the side. If the parents split up, you don't just believe the daddy, right? And that's what we did. We did do that. Me and you. It's not like me and you talked to fucking Misha or Tony or asked them, right? I mean, we just took what Donnie was saying for verbatim because it's Donnie fucking shots. How could you not? It's Donnie shots. Hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Donnie shots. I mean, and he's a very sincere guy. I do think there's 2 sides to Donnie. And maybe some of the criticism is correct that Donnie has. But maybe not 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe 60 or 40 or 30 or whatever. But when we addressed it on the show, we did 100% Donnie shots. You know what I mean by that? Like we went 100% on the Donnie shot side of the explanation.
There's 3 sides to every story, and we only got one.
So, that's the gist of what Tony Stewart was mad about, was us basically, or me, it's my responsibility, me listening to Donnie to a degree to throw Misha under the bus. And that's not right of me to do. Is that journalism? Is that tabloid journalism? I don't know. I think that's, to me, see, those words are wrong. Like, it's really like loyalty, care, maybe some, what would be the best word for that? Ride or die. I mean, we ride or dying with the legend of Donnie Shots. I mean, and is it wrong or is it right? I mean, obviously both sides are going to point fingers, and they're both in better places now. Like, obviously, but in the moment, you're trying to pick a side, and it's tough. I mean, and I have a show, I have a camera, I have an opinion, I have a mic, and people listen to it, and it's like there's that responsibility element I get, from making the right choice in what you say and do. I could get that element. I don't think that the journalist label should ever be put on the show or anything I ever do. But it is it's situational for sure. I mean, dude, I was thinking about this as I'm driving on the road, 18-hour drives, and Connie would probably appreciate this idea. It made me think of when I was a kid. Like, I've always questioned myself since I was very young, because there was a moment when I was 7 years old, and I'll never forget it. My dad, and honestly, hearing this story since, or explaining this story to some close people, it's not as extreme as it sounds. Apparently, this happens all the time, which is why I'm very critical of our society. But when I was 7 years old, my dad beat my mom pretty good. And my mom was on the other side of the room. I'll never forget it. My dad was on the other, and my dad basically demanded me, my 2 sisters, to pick a side. And honestly, like I said, this sounds pretty extreme, but listening to other people's explanations, this is domestic violence in our white community seems to be very normal. And I remember my 2 sisters picking my mom's side, and I picked my dad's. And I didn't know that that was wrong until I got to about 12 or 13, 14, thinking about it. But it's like, how there is a level of manipulation that can make you pick one side over the other, no matter if it's wrong or right, just because of loyalty. It was almost instinctual for me at 7 years old to make that decision, but you think about it logically, and it's not right. But once again, I've heard stories that are way worse, and they're doing worse decisions, but that doesn't mean mine was right. But that does mean I have to question myself on what is correct.
Right.
Because even though I'm not making that same decision in a split or in a moment, was it correct? So I'm always open to thinking like, man, was Donnie just filling us up with shit, and is he just this guy that was pissed because I don't know if that was the case or not, but I'm just like I'm questioning the scenario on if it was right or wrong. You know, I mean, so when Tony pulled me in there and gave his explanation, this was kind of the first time I'd ever got an explanation from that side of the totem pole. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. Now, do I feel bad that Misha's getting shit on and all that? And, it was definitely an unfair judgment for her. Like, that's definitely sure, right? Like, I can agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad, and I apologize if the wrongful
But we were
things
just,
I mean,
we
we
were
got
under daddy's manipulation at that
right,
point,
right.
if that makes any sense. We're just listening to one side. No matter how brutal we were acting, we saw the brutality as justified. No matter how much we were shitting on her and their situation, we justified it based on the explanation of the side and the loyalty we had to one. Period. Period. It's
It was
very similar to that situation as me as a kid. It's just not as brutal, but actual reputational wise and obviously respect wise, it was. It's just as bad. It lasts longer than I've I've always said I'd rather have the physical abuse than the mental because the mental abuse lasts. Physical abuse goes away the next day.
the words hurt. The word black eye.
Right. So, but anyway, yeah, I mean that's technically what happened. He was very upset at how I, once again, not we. We shouldn't say we. You're on the show, but you're not the show. It's my name on it. But we were both under the same spell, I guess you could say. We were both in the same conversations. And who's to say those conversations are right or wrong? We don't really know, right? There's two sides. There's three, right? They say there's his side, her side, and the truth in the middle. So, um, yeah, that's what happened at Arizona. And Tony wasn't mad at me. He wasn't cruel. He actually, I feel like likes what we do here. He just wanted to clarify and honestly wanted me to like apologize to Misha because she's been getting pretty roughed up apparently by people. So, and that's fucked. I mean, so that's what happened there. Any rebuttal?
Allowed back to. Are you going to be able to go to Eldor?
I don't know if I'm allowed at
Are you
Eldora. I
banned?
mean, I don't even know if Tony ever talked to me again. We just kind of talked about the conversation we had live on the show. I don't know how he's going to feel about this. I don't know.
I think he likes. I think you'll be able.
We'll see. We'll see. So do we do live calls or we shut it down?
Keep going.
Wait. Can we do a call? Oh, we can't. All right. Who's calling? There's the live number right there. 469-701-3735. You've heard it all here, ladies and gentlemen. You're on. Is the Facebook crowd deep or not? Cody messaged. He said, Bud, I got to load up. You probably only have about 32 lonely listeners listening in between jacking off to Kindle porn anyway. Oh, my God.
You better add 100 to that, Cody.
Oh, no. Can we get Cody to call? Oh, no. He might call, guys. He might call. I want your explanation. He's actually messaging back. We just opened up the lines. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is that him calling? We're waiting for our first caller here on the show. Trade Asian seats, Chaz.
What? No. I ain't doing it. Right here.
Oh, we're waiting for our first caller, ladies and gentlemen. We'll put the chat up on the board until our caller comes in. Hold on. We'll put the calling number up on the screen. Cody just said, laugh out loud. Will Cody Jacobs call the show, Sean? All right. If
That
this
may be-
lights
that-
up purple,
that might be a yes. That might be a no.
I'm calling Cody back right now.
You shall see, guys. Ed's running tonight?
Calling him on the phone. He just texted back. We're calling him. Hold on. We'll see if he's a bitch or not. Hold on. We'll see if Cody's a bitch or not. I just want some explanations. I want to know what's going on. Hold on. Come on, Cody. Come through.
The fuck do you want?
What do you mean the fuck do I want? What do you mean? Did you just jack off and come on the phone? What is that, Cody?
No, dude, I'm watching our highlight back.
You're watching the highlights?
Yeah, from the race tonight that had no wind.
No wind.
No wind tonight. The wind was very calm. I don't know why people are saying it was windy. It's calm as fuck.
Well, your phone is breaking up. Why?
I only got one box of but we're on our way back to the shop.
What kind of fucking, Meow Kitty fucking headphone set do you wear when you're talking on the phone?
It has nothing to do with the headset.
Yeah, it's horrible. I'm calling you back. Call me. It's horrible reception. Where are you at? A fucking Holiday Inn? I thought Todd would have gave you at least the Ritz.
We're driving to the shop, dumbass.
Okay, I think it's a little better now. Where are you at?
I'm in the trailer riding. We're heading back to the shop.
Okay, so I have a question.
I might not have the answer, but I'll try my best.
Why do you hate High Limit so much?
I don't hate High Limit so much. I hate the approach.
What do you mean the approach? I'm curious.
Well, they just lie.
They lie, you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, they go on and on about it.
Oh, never mind. It's not going to work, Cody. I'm sorry. I hung up on Cody Jacobs. He's never going to answer my phone. Did you understand what he said?
No.
Where is he at? Like, what the fuck? Reception is horrible, Cody. He sound like, but it's not like I drive down the road. It don't sound that bad. Not that bad. Fuck. He did call back. All right. Hello.
So you called me and then you hang up on me.
But if you could understand how bad your reception is right now, it's pretty bad. Like it sounds like fucking.
It's going to be funny, bud. We're traveling. I can't help it.
Well, I know, but are you driving or no?
I'm riding. I don't drive. I ride.
You ride. Okay, so I have a feeling like me and Tanner Thorson talked about you tonight.
Why?
You don't, cause he wanted to know where that text message came from, and I had to tell the truth. I can't lie, Cody. I can't lie. And honestly, I didn't even tell him. I just said Outlaw crew chief was making a really good joke, and I posted it, and he said, "Good old Cody." So he knew it was you.
He tells it like it is. He knows I tell it like it is. He respects that. I respect Tanner.
Well, that's what I mean. I told him, I said, I don't think that Cody hates you or dislikes you.
No, I like Tanner. He knows that. I like that he's kicking all their asses.
Right.
They've been sleeping on the kid, and I'm glad he's kicking their asses.
Well, and like I said, I told him, I said, I really don't think it's about you. I think it's about how Cody just doesn't like High Limit and Brad. I
don't like their approach. They just bullshit. They're trying to bullshit their way to take over the industry, and that's what I don't like. I got to watch what I say because Kyle Larson will come along and try and crash my race car again.
Oh my God, what the fuck? You can't say that out loud.
I don't want to piss off the sprint car guy and have him come crash my race car. As if I drive it and own it, which I don't drive it nor do I own it, so it really doesn't affect me at all. So I don't know why he tries to crash my car, but.
Why hold on, this is a good question, and it's true, like, why don't, like, we didn't really do anything mean, we just made some jokes and they were funny, and then all of a sudden they're so mad they're trying to kill David at Eldora. Why is this? Like, they really did. You had, hold on, Cody, on that week before that happened, you already sent Aaron Reitzel, Brad Sweet, and Tyler Courtney to the hospital.
That's correct.
And then he's literally saying he's driving him close because of what Cody and Chaz had said on Facebook and the internet. That's technically what his justification for doing that was.
Boo fucking who. That little bitch. If you got a problem with something I say, he can come say it. He can come fucking say it to my face, but he ain't got a hair on his ass to fucking come say anything to my face.
Who is that? You mean you saying Kyle?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm saying Kyle. He's a fucking puppy. He won't. If he had a problem with something I said, he should have come said it to me. Not trying to crash David. Like I said, I don't drive the fucking thing. I don't own it. It doesn't cost me money. It's not my life, so I don't give a shit.
Now, let's talk about that night at Eldora. I really, now maybe, hold on. I think maybe Kyle was running David close, but hey, he didn't Carson Macedo his ass and put him in the wall. I mean, he threw a slider, he cleared him. It was close. I mean, yeah. He may have been running him close, but it wasn't like taking his front end off. He didn't take his front end off, in Kyle's defense. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Because my driver's smart. If my driver was a dumbass like Macedo and some of them other guys, they would have crashed.
Are you calling Carson Macedo a dumbass right now?
Yes, he is a fucking dumbass.
I did not say this. So you enjoy my song?
I love that song.
Oh, God.
Carson Macedo.
I know the song. But at the end of the day, you were critical of Tanner loading up and leaving, but I feel like you were more so trying to take a shot at High Limit, because I think, and just like, here's what I would say about these people who say this is the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard in my life, is when people say the Outlaws have the best top 3, but then High Limit has a good 3 through 10. So when you say that, you're telling me that Brent Marks and Justin Peck and, these guys are like better than Sheldon and Schatz and Schuhart? You know what I mean by that? Like, you could say Macedo, Kofoid, Gravel are the best top 3 in the country, right? But I think right behind them isn't necessarily 5th through 6th on the High Limit Tour. I mean, 5th through 6th on the Outlaw Tour is still Schultz or Sheldon, Schatz, Schuhart, and then you got Baylog in there. You got guys who are killers within the top 7 of the Outlaws. That could, honestly, if you put Bill Baylog on the High Limit Tour, he probably wins the championship.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but I definitely think he wins probably a handful of races, and he's very competitive, because the bottom line is, and all those guys know it too, they can lie all they want, but when you race with the World of Outlaws, the way the format is, the way the way the traveling is, the way it's the Outlaw way. When you race with those guys night in and night out, you get better and you get better and better and better and better. And that's the bottom line. Brad knows it. Brad knows it. They're just trying to say what they can to, to appease the money power people to go all in with them.
You're so good with your one-liners.
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line, because Cody Jacobs said so. I got it.
No, dude, everybody fucking knows. Like, the people on the inside know it's a game. It's a big, giant fucking game. And I don't play fucking games.
Well, and what you're basically saying is, like, I think we could give homage to Tanner Thorson in respect for what he's doing. We could give respect for, I would say, Aaron Reitzel could do a very good job on the Outlaw Tour. He probably wouldn't beat. I think Aaron Reitzel could take Carson on a.
I think Aaron Reitzel's a very good driver. I think he's a very good driver mechanic, and I think he could come out here and win races. But as far as putting together a whole season to run on the step up for a championship, he'd have to prove that. And I think with High Limit, the way they do things, I think it's more forgiving for guys that, can't necessarily put a whole solid season together to still be at the top. Rico's the same way. Rico's a great driver, but I don't think he could put together a whole Outlaw season and be on the podium. I mean, granted, he's got the best crew chief in this day and age and two good guys, but I really don't feel like he could do it on the Outlaw stage, on the Outlaw level when you're racing with these guys. It's easy to get beat up, even the best. Especially in this social world, all these drivers.
It's about consistency. It's about consistency, Cody. Week in and week out, every week, top 5 and winning up front. I think that's where High Limit hasn't proven that with their roster consistency. That's where I think the difference is.
Yeah, you make mistakes on the Outlaw deal, you pay for it dearly. You can make mistakes on that High Limit deal and not have any dire consequences.
Right. That's where I see the difference between, like, that's why I say maybe Baylog's a stretch, but if you put Donnie or Sheldon or Schuhart, people sleep on Schuhart. I know you may not be the best Logan fan, but obviously you race against him. But consistently, the 1S is there. Consistently, the 15 is there. Consistently, Sheldon's there. Like, these are 3 guys that show more national sprint car racing consistency than anyone in High Limit. Like, Rico's very hit and miss. Like you said, he's a good driver, but at the same time, what was it, like last year on the West Coast Swing, he had to have like 3 provisionals because he couldn't make the A main or whatever. Like, you can't do that on the Outlaw Tour. You can't.
Oh, sure. And Chaz, put all the driver comparisons aside. There's talent everywhere, but the bottom line is my beef with that whole deal is originally it started out as a, 12 race, maybe 15, 20 races. They were going to be during the week. It was going to give an opportunity for guys to make more money and regional teams to make more money and this and that. Sounded great. Sounded wonderful. Brian Carter was going to give us a handful of races to go race wherever we want. I thought that was fair. Maybe down the line he'd give more, maybe not. Don't really give a fuck. If I was doing the Outlaw deal, I don't want to race any more than 4 or 5 extra times anyway when you're trying to race for an Outlaw championship. But then it turned into this big fucking divide and conquer and them trying to take over the industry. And that's where I'm like, well, fucking time out. Like, this isn't what originally you guys said you were going to do. So why now all of a sudden are we dividing and conquering and feeding all these other guys the Kool-Aid and that? And the Kool-Aid they're giving out is very lucrative. The franchise or charter deal, like, it sounds very lucrative, but it also sounds like a bit of a pyramid scheme and too. And
why do you say pyramid scheme? That's a very broad statement. Maybe pyramid scheme's not the best word.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd have to really look up the definition, but it just sounds too good to be true. And it sounds a lot like what the NASCAR guys go through. And I don't know. I just don't know if that if that would work in our deal. Like, I feel like sprint car racing only can get so big, and I feel right now it's pretty darn big. And maybe I'm dead wrong on that. Maybe it can go national, and these teams can, you know, make all these millions of dollars, and the car owners will make money, and, you know, everything's puppies and rainbows. But I really don't feel like that's
hold on, let me ask you this. This is a
whole
other subject in a way. Do you not think that sprint car racing is potentially the best form of entertainment that motorsports in America could offer people?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm a little biased to that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, when you watch
because we do feel that way.
Well, I know, but when you watch a NASCAR race as a race fan or as a person in the industry, and then you watch a sprint car race, like visual appearance, I just feel like we do have a really good cheeseburger. You know, like we do have a very good meal. That I think that a lot of people haven't tried. Like, here, try our burger, for instance. Like, I do think that there's a lack in the industry shopping that meal, if that makes a sense. And I do think that's where High Limit is at least attempting, or Brad in particular. He's trying to kill the Outlaws or kick the Outlaws' ass as High Limit's, you know, leading guy. He is doing a better job at trying to get more people to try the cheeseburger, if that makes sense. You know, I mean, maybe everyone won't like it, but maybe some will. I just think that's where we are lacking, is somebody trying to get people to try it, if that makes sense.
I get that, and I think there's things that they're doing in that aspect to try and get the new fan involved that are probably real good. But honestly, like, I mean, how many new fans are really gonna bite the hook? I mean, hopefully a lot. But the thing is, with sprint car racing, like, when you compare it to like motocross or something, it's like not everybody can have a sprint car. Not everybody knows what a sprint car. A lot of dirt track racing is associated with, you know, some blue collar hillbillies that just want to go race in the dirt. You know what I mean? Like,
but you're not a bunch of blue collar hillbillies either. That's a big misperception.
I know that, but it's hard to train the newbie or someone else not to realize that. And then sometimes where we do look like a bunch of dipshits. I mean, the way programs are run and the way, you know, things are handled, and it's not to anybody's fault. It's just nature of the beast. And I don't know. I'm fucking content, but I don't really give a fuck too much about money. Like a lot of these newer generation people, you know, like, everybody cares about money, and, you know, I've never been that way. I just I think our sport's great. I think I mean, I get to do what I love for a living. I feel like I make a fair living doing it. I think the drivers, for the amount of work and effort that they put into you know, what they do, they make a tremendous living. It's in a great spot. The sport's in a great spot. Now, don't get me wrong, it can always be better. Everything can always be better, but let's not get too greedy here. You know what I mean?
Do you see a point where, and this is kind of how I'm seeing it, honestly, right now. I'm seeing the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series has the best race car drivers and product in, honestly, dirt. I want to say dirt track racing, although the late models are they're pretty baller. I mean, you come from Ohio, you know this. They have a pretty deep field over there. There's 20 David Gravels over there. You know, I'm just saying they're a little more deeper in their field. But as far as sprint car racing is concerned, the World of Outlaws have the best cheeseburger, for instance. And High Limit has a cheeseburger, and they're shopping it. But I do feel like even if High Limit is shopping their cheeseburger, it's still in the same building as the World of Outlaws, if that makes sense. It's still in the sprint car dirt world. So I feel like even if High Limit wants to go out here and do all this shit and promote it, it's only going to benefit the World of Outlaws as well. Even though High Limit wants to go out here to Vegas and tell all the fucking, newbies. Here's high limit, best sprint car drivers in the world. When they go to YouTube or they go to Facebook and they go to look at the clips or whatever from what happened, there's still a World of Outlaws clip there on the side, and they're like, what's this World of Outlaws thing now? It's like now they're seeing that, and they're like, oh, shit, there's this Cody guy saying that, Ginger Kitty, and now I'm just saying, like, now they're like, oh, what's this thing? I'm just saying, Meow Mix. I'm just saying all of a sudden, like, even though Brad Sweet's work is going towards high limit, it's still in the building of sprint car racing. And when you enter that building as a newbie, you learn about the other items on the menu. And when you start learning about this World of Outlaw thing, it's like, hold on. This Big Mac got me in here, but I might like this quarter pounder with cheese. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Hey, and let's not get this twisted. Don't get me wrong here with Kitty. Kitty loves sprint car racing. Kitty wants the sport to be great. But Kitty also wants to scratch his own back, too, and make sure he's getting the best Meow Mix out of this old shenanigans, too. He wants to be a fat cat.
So you're saying he's Garfield. He's fucking Garfielding us.
He's fucking Garfield. Cigar in his mouth. You know what I mean? Like, Kitty wants Kitty to be fed well. Like, it ain't all. Could you imagine? Here, Chaz, here's a hypothetical for it. Could you imagine if you could put money aside and everybody could use their resources? Kitty, Kyle, Rudine, I guess Tony now. Tony seems to be a big advocate for high limit because he hates Brian Carter. Whoever all the other rich people are, could you imagine if they all work together?
Right.
Put money aside, work together. If you were really true about making this sport gigantic, if they could all put money and dick measuring aside, if they all work together, how good things would be.
Hey, hold on, buddy. Not Kofoid, sorry. Not Kofoid, buddy. This is what I was saying 3 years ago, and everybody calls me a conspiracy theorist. Because I'm not trying to bring up history, but the championship auto racing teams, I don't know if you know what this was. That was CART, which was Indy cars. They were becoming bigger than Formula One. And then Formula One invested, mentally at least, according to very reliable sources, into Tony Holman starting the IRL, which split the IndyCar scene up, which allowed the rise of NASCAR. So, what I mean by this is I've been saying this for years, and y'all people don't want to believe it. NASCAR is the one who feels threatened. Because if people start watching UFC, they stop watching boxing as much. They start tuning into something else. And who's behind High Limit? Let's be honest. Is it Kyle or is it Hendrick? Is it Interstate Batteries or is it Joe Gibbs and Christopher Bell?
It's whoever's gonna believe the bullshit.
I'm simply fucking saying, Cody, what would the best product for sprint car racing be right now? Would it be the situation we see right now, or would it be a national sprint car tour with Christopher Bell, David Gravel, Corey Day, Kyle Larson? How much would that fucking sell? Let's be honest. If you brought all the big... Jade Abedisian, which I think, is probably the best female dirt racer we have, they purchased her as well. When you talk about everyone working together, the World of Outlaws as we knew it in the 80s, if it was to transfer to today, you wouldn't have sprint car racers going to NASCAR to make money. Steve Kinser made more than Dell Sr. in 1984. He made more than Dell Sr. and Bill Elliott. Go look it up. Our national sprint car tour in dirt track sprint car racing should be Larson, Bell, Abedisian, Corey Day, David Gravel, all these guys and girls at this point who would make up a fucking product that would take NASCAR's throne down. Our product would be too good if you had those people on our fucking weekly roster, Cody. Imagine that national tour right now. Larson, Bell, Gravel, Jade, Corey Day as the young rookie. Who would beat that product? Who would beat it? None of them.
Well,
none of them.
And you list off a great lineup there of a few drivers, but let's not forget here too, Chaz. I feel like I'm going to use Brad's and Kyle's favorite word when we're thinking about the quotes ecosystem. I think for the national level to really thrive, we need a strong and solid regional. And right now, our regional racing and sprint car racing sucks. It has gotten decapitated. It was kind of on a downhill a little bit before even High Limit came around, and then when High Limit came around and did their national deal and this whole divide and conquer, it absolutely decapitated some local and regional racing, particularly the All-Stars. It is fuck the All-Stars. The All-Stars, I wish, I damn near picked up the phone and called, you mentioned Christopher Bell. I almost called Brian Kemenall, Christopher Bell's
stepdaddy.
Father-in-law. And I know he won a lot of All-Star championships with his brother Chad. And, and won a lot of All-Star races. And I know what the All-Star series mean to him. I would love to see like Christopher take some resources if he had them available and bring the All-Star regional deal back to how it used to be and pay, $7,000 or $8,000 to win and try and boost some regional racing again in some way, shape, or form. So we have a feeder now, because even all the perks of a national series, not everybody can do that, even if with all the greatest perks. It's just from a talent standpoint, a financial standpoint, a personnel standpoint, which, by the way, from a personnel standpoint, I know this firsthand, there are not very many quality guys or girls that want to come work on these things and pay their dues and excel in this sport on the mechanic side. And it is getting fucking bad, like bad. It's hard. Nobody wants to earn it. Everybody wants a big paycheck, and they come into these deals. They don't know fucking shit about a race car. They want a big paycheck. And I'm sorry, but like the Gibbs, the Hendricks, all that, they're going to see that and be like, what the fuck? And maybe they'll try and bring some of their people in from the pavement land and work on these things, which that don't fucking work. You can't, these engineers, engineers.
That's what Donnie was saying. Donnie was complaining about that. I'm sorry. Bring Donnie in, but.
No, I mean, yeah, Donnie knows firsthand. Engineers, I mean, as far as I know, engineers drive trains. I don't fucking work on sprint cars.
Well, I mean, you're right in that, but at the same time, are you wrong?
Maybe, but I'm just saying, I know, I mean, I'm not a fucking savvy businessman, but I'm going to tell you one thing for free. I know the fucking racing business, the dirt sprint car racing business, because I've fucking lived it from a child all the way through it. And I've seen, you can learn a lot about this industry by just watching.
No, I'm saying, are you wrong as far as like there's no regional series? Because here's the deal: you have the All-Stars. Hold on. You have the new All-Stars, right? Which is only Ohio. It's not what it was. I'm not gonna sit here and say the new All-Stars is the old All-Stars. That's not possible. It's no comparison. It's horrible. Yeah, I agree. But you have the All-Stars in Ohio. You have this new PA Sprint Car Series in PA. Hold on, Cody. You have Power I, is your Midwest, Oklahoma, where you were just at, Kansas. You have IRA, which is Wisconsin. You also have NARC, that is the West Coast. What other area doesn't have a strong regional sprint car series?
Ohio doesn't.
But hold on, it's got All-Stars and Fast though. I mean, what do you mean?
But it's not it's not well funded enough, and it's not ran good. It's not ran by the right people. It's not ran good enough. Like,
well, the Fast Series is good. I think they have good intentions.
We'll see. We'll see how it plays out this year. Like, I feel like each year it's declining. I'd like to see it inclining, not declining. I just want to. I would sure like to see the All-Stars be rejuvenated, and I hope I can eat some crow on this one day, and I hope it gets back to, you know, to the possibility.
Here's the problem, Cody, is you're talking about an actual B series, a true. If you think you can, here's what I'm saying. Hold on. If you're gonna go to the national level, here's where you go first and see if you're ready. Which is what the All-Stars was, in my opinion. The old All-Stars was like, here's your trial run. Can you tour around a little bit and compete with good guys before you take that leap? Now, and most your good All-Star drivers became your good rookie drivers on the Outlaw Tour. For instance, like Aaron Reitzel. He was a good...
David Gravel.
Or David Gravel, right. He was a good... Or I would say Aaron Reitzel. He was a two-time champion All-Star guy who got into the Roth 83 and was a rookie. Here's the problem.
Got to experience the All-Stars when it was badass, when you had Schaefer and Blaney, you know, and some badass dudes. Like, honestly, the All-Stars was when Tony got the All-Stars, when the All-Stars started going to shit. I mean, I know that guy Webb fella that wasn't probably the fucking best dude, and he probably fucking ripped some people off of money, but like as far as the series goes, it was fucking good. Like it was still the All-Stars.
You had competition.
When Tony got it, Tony and his people fucked it up, in my opinion. But.
Well, are you sure you want to race at Eldora this year? I mean, anyway. No, I'm just kidding. But no, here's the problem, Cody. Here's the biggest problem with High Limit. You know my number one problem with High Limit is right now? My number one problem with High Limit is in 2 years they're going to have 15 locked-in teams. They have no technical way for a new team to get in. And the Outlaws, obviously, here's the problem. Like, if Todd Quiring, for instance, next year wanted to quit the World of Outlaws, just saying, he has no value at that point. When he says he's done, it's done. Now, if you're a High Limit team and you wanted to quit next year, say Rico, or we'll just say Brett Marks wants to quit next year, which he might want to at this point. I'm just saying, if Brett Marks wants to quit next year, he has a entity known as a franchise that is worth a certain amount of money, and he could sell that and have value, right? That's their idea, right? That you have equity as a car operator of the series. So my only issue is in 2 years, even though the High Limit franchise thing looks good, if a new driver wants to come up through these regional series in 2 or 3 years, how do you run for a rookie deal, or how do you enter the series in 2 or 3 years with High Limit? You know, I mean,
that's a question for Kitty and Kyle and all them guys running the fucking show on that deal. I don't know what the answer is to all that, but whatever.
Hey, listen here, a Siamese kitty is very valuable, so you might not want to say this. A Siamese kitty? You never heard of a Siamese? Okay, it's a gender of a cat, or a breed of a cat. It's a Siamese.
There you go. Put that on a T-shirt.
I mean, we're trying to make you relevant so you can sell yours. People in the chat are asking for Cody shirts right now. You defiled the Chaz. You went with someone else. Your wife hates me, apparently. You told me.
No, she don't hate you. She just thinks you're a shit stirrer, and she is exactly right.
Hold on. How is she calling me? So is she gonna marry me? Because that's what you are, for the record. So she's in love with the shit stirrer, apparently.
It's called freedom of speech, Chaz. That's the great thing about America, is everybody's entitled to their opinion. The rich, the poor, and dickheads like me in between. So everybody's called free speech.
I just don't know how she could hate me as a shit stirrer and love you. That makes no sense at all. But to each their own, right?
Yeah, I'm way better looking.
That's for your opinion. I mean, I have the mustache. That is the most. Hold on, that's the most evil laugh any High Limit fan could ever hear. Like, I'm just saying, like, you are the you know you're the Darth Vader for all of High Limit fans.
Larson's for sure gonna try and crash my car this year.
You think so? Oh my God! Why would you say this? Why do you think Larson's gonna try to crash your car? He's still mad about it. Larson, hold on. I'll say this right now. I'm not afraid. You might be afraid. Kyle is not this fucking great fucking thing that everyone thinks he is. Like, it's not. Like, I get that, like, Bill Clinton told everyone he's great, but he's on Epstein Island. I'm just saying, like, he's not like this guy who is just like loves everyone and everyone's a great thing. It's not necessarily like as clean as people would love it to be cut. You know what I'm saying by that? Or
hey, trust me, motherfucker, I could tell some stories, but I'm gonna fucking refrain from doing that.
Yeah, I'm glad you haven't had too many drinks tonight, Cody, or you would shut the show down.
I stopped. You know what? I've stopped drinking, Chaz.
Once you answered the phone, I know. Once you answered the phone, you knew you was like, "Hold on, cut the fucking horses. We got to stop now." I got it.
No, I've been sober for 2 months.
From the drinking, or never mind. I can't say the smoking. I was gonna.
Drug or alcohol, sober, but I'm sober as a judge.
So that's why the 2 cars got faster, correct?
Well, I mean, I thought we were pretty good when I was getting fucked up all the time. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I feel better. I think clearer, and I feel great. So
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my rehab story there. That without going to rehab, I did it all on my own.
Yeah, I get it. You didn't need Bitcoin puppets to help you.
Yeah, well, fuck, man.
Why you gotta? What are you?
No comment. Bitcoin puppets, man.
Oh, calm down. Don't say it. Don't say it, Cody.
I don't even know what to say to that.
We're just having fun. I mean, hold on. Sorry, Cody. We're being a journalist right now. I guess that's what I'm gonna. Do you have any comment?
So if I lose you, don't lose your shit. We're back and we stopped at 11, so had good service. But right now we're doing good. But if I lose you, we're on the road again.
On the road, going places where I've never been.
That's right. Heading northbound and down, loaded up in trucking.
Can't wait to see your friends that can be on the road again.
Oh, I have no fucking friends.
No, well, of course you don't. Hold on, come over here. I gotta use. Hold on. We have a live guest. Question for you. He's curious. No, come over here to this mic. We got questions, Cody. I gotta use the restroom. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you must be drinking too. You
shut the fuck up, you degenerate. Talk to him. Hold on. This is the Asian pushing Asians guy. He is the reason we were called racist last year. Go ahead and.
Oh, hi.
What's up, Cody?
What's up? What's up? Who am I speaking with?
Sean.
Sean.
Yes.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Oh, just cruising.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Where's the next race at?
We got Easter weekend off. Actually, we have the luxury this year of having Easter weekend off. So we're off this weekend. We get to venture home, be with some family, and spend Easter, and then we come back the following weekend for 2 nights at the I-55 Raceway in Peebly, Missouri.
Yeah, I like that track.
Great track.
Yeah.
It's a great track. It's a staple for the Outlaws, and you know, sometimes it's not quite our bread and butter or forte, but it you know, it usually produces some very exciting racing.
You guys struggle on short tracks more than
They just won Creek County.
I know, but I mean,
we don't. I feel like we're. I feel like we're pretty diverse. There's nights where, you know, we miss it a little bit, and you know, I would say the rougher tracks or the real aggressive track. Like tonight was a real aggressive. You had to be very, you know, stupidly aggressive to go fast there, and I don't quite have the magic setup for those tracks, or I guess you could say so.
right.
So yeah, I don't know, but the finesse, the technical tracks, David's really good, and I would like to think that we have a pretty good race car for him to be able to do that. Which, yeah. So,
Well, you guys are doing good this year. I enjoy watching you guys.
Hold on, Cody. So no, you stay here. This is the you and you conversation. He is a huge Kyle Larson fan, and he was the one saying "fuck you, gravel" in our video at Eldora. Is there a what would be the main reason that you would convince him to switch sides? Why would you convince? Honestly, there's a lot of Kyle people who are just mad at David because he's David and the whole situation last year. What would you say to a Kyle Larson fan as to why you should be a David Gravel fan instead of cheering for the Asian, or what did you call it, a Panda Express of Kyle Larson?
Yeah.
That's what you called it,
Yeah.
right?
Why should he be a David Gravel fan? Because I work on the fucking car, and I'm a real motherfucker.
Oh my God! Come on, Cody.
I'm just a sprint car fan.
No, you're a
Hey,
Kyle.
and that's great. And that's great. God bless you. You know what?
I'm not lying, Cody. He is Asian, Cody. So be careful here. I get canceled.
I mean, Larson is my guy. I mean, I like Larson. Each to their own.
Of course.
But I like sprint car racing, and I like all the drivers.
I mean, when you're looking at Kyle Larson from the driver standpoint, how do you, as a fan, how do you not like him? I mean, he's a little fucking daredevil. I mean, he's very, like, he can go so hard and not fucking crash a lot of times, you know. But I mean, would he be able to do that in an 85 race schedule if he ran sprint cars full time? I don't know, but like he's fucking fun to watch, you know, like as far as the excitement level, and obviously what he's done on NASCAR land showcases the talent from dirt. I'm not taking anything away from Kyle's talent,
right,
at all. But if, like I said, apparently he's got a problem with me because the shit that I said, which whatever, like I said, instead of crashing my race car, you know, maybe he can, maybe we can have a gentleman conversation. But
hold on. Why can they not just take jokes, Cody? Because we were just having fun, right? Like we didn't necessarily. Hold on. We didn't necessarily like. We didn't say anything mean. We didn't talk about his wife, or we didn't. Oh, I did, but you didn't necessarily talk about his wife or any of the you know, extremities, or we didn't go like personal. We just like made some jokes about ginger kitties and high limit fuck yous, and you flicked off the Flow Racing logo at Port Royal. Like these were just like little things. Why is he so sensitive? What do you think it actually is?
I don't really know. I would never bring a man's wife in the middle of it at all. But you know.
I'm simply saying, Cody, what did we do to really actually get him to that degree of I'm gonna destroy your fucking race car? You know, it's like, or I'm
because
willing.
I speak the truth.
Do you really think that it might be because me and you got to a degree where we reached so many people with our antics that it was combating what they were trying to do? Maybe, like, that's all I can think, honestly.
Don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
It's the rivalry, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's a rivalry. I don't know what rivalry there was. I mean, I guess you can call it a rivalry, but I've seen interviews and shit where he said it was stuff going on behind the scenes. Well, what's going on behind the scenes is me exposing his bullshit and Brad's bullshit. Like, that's the bottom line with it. Like, excuse me. I just feel like that's all that is. Like, they didn't like the shit that I was saying because they didn't want people to hear it. And as we all know, sometimes the truth hurts.
Right.
And I feel like there's some truthful shit that I say that they don't like about what they're doing. And it's not like what they're doing, it's how they're doing it. And this divide and conquer way is, I feel like, the wrong way to go about it. But I'm all for growing the sport. Let's grow the sport. Can we grow it together? How can we grow the sport without getting greedy and you know,
right,
padding our own pockets? If we're really true about the ecosystem, I love using their word. They use ecosystem all the time, like they're so fucking smart. But if they're really true about the ecosystem about racing, I feel like they would go about it a little bit different way.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Hold on now. Hold on. You touched on some subjects there that I feel like I have some thoughts about. I honestly think Kyle and them were mad because not only were me and you like talking shit, I guess, or making jokes or making fun of them, but we also we reached a lot of people in doing so. So if we would have made the same Ginger Kitty stuff and I'm just saying, like, if we would have made the same Ginger Kitty stuff or like the stuff at Port Royal where we're flicking off the fucking dills and all that, if it would have reached like 5,000 people, nobody would have cared. But since it reached, like me and you, Cody, I'm not saying we're peas and carrots like Forrest, but me and you, we reached like fucking 40 million people last year talking shit. On my I'm just saying, on my platform, me and you, we reached 40 million people talking shit about Kyle and High Limit. I think that's where they're like, we're trying to like come in here with our Hendrick and our NASCAR and our fucking pool and our Kyle Larson penis, and we're trying to like slap the fucking industry around and just control the narrative. We fucked their narrative up, is what I'm saying, Cody. We came in, and even though we're peas and carrots and Taylor is an amazing person, I'm simply saying we came in and we reached enough people to fuck their narrative up. And that, in my opinion, is what truly pissed them off, is because we combated the narrative that they paid a lot of money to try to control.
Hey, you think they didn't like the Ginger Kitty thing? Like, I thought that was funny as fuck.
No, they were not very happy about that.
What the fuck? You see how they wanted a rivalry, and I say something a little rival, and now they get all butthurt. I mean,
hold on. They only like the big sales when they steer the ship. You know what I mean by that? They only like a bill. They only like a big sale when they steer the ship.
Yeah, that's people's money. That's how shit works.
Hmm. That's all I'm saying. But since it was me and you on a fucking few videos, and we're steering the ship, and they're listening to the Chaz and what Cody says, oh no, fuck that. We got to put David in the fucking wall and kill him. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's how they think. I mean.
And the bad thing, like with Kyle, like, is he even admitted to it, like racing him shitty, pretty much. So that, like, I mean, he's using his vehicle as a weapon. If David gets hurt, man, that would have been terrible. But
that's after 3 of his drivers were injured at the track.
Yeah, and they weren't even trying to race each other like shit. They were just racing.
Well, and that's why. Well, and I told you this at Talladega, Cody, because you wanted to go hardcore, you wanted to meow mix it and all that. It was very funny, the things you're saying, but I'm like, hold on, I told you this. I said they're trying to kill David. And you were like, what are you talking about? I'm like, when you're racing motherfuckers close at Eldora, you know, or at these high-speed tracks, or if you're Kyle Larson, you're racing David close, you know, and Kyle's good, but Kyle fucks up too, you know, he's not perfect, you know, and if he goes in there and fucks up by 3 inches and he clips a fucking front end and it heads on into the wall.
It's all a game to him. This dirt racing shit's a game to him now. It's not. It's like it'd be like me going to the local go-kart track and fucking around.
Yeah, but it's not fucking around. It's 410 World of Outlaw sprint cars at Eldora. That's not fucking around, Cody. You know that's how I actually came up, right? You know, it's the funny thing about this with this whole Tony Stewart deal where he pulled me in his trailer is like I came up where I was at Devil's Bow being an announcer trying to get attention to the local racetracks. And the only time the local news stations in Dallas, Texas, which is a very populous area, by the way, Cody, there's fucking 9 million people there. The only time that ABC or Fox or NBC contacted the fucking track was when Kevin Ward Jr. died. That's the only fucking time they wanted to come out on a Sunday morning and come and film a segment. You know what I'm saying? Like that. This is where my hardcore foundation comes from. When these people are like, "Why are you doing this and all this? Why are you talking? Why you devoted your life to this?" Like I was trying to devote my life to that, and then I see results, Cody. The result is Kevin Ward. Here's the fact. Here's the fact, Cody Jacobs. Kevin Ward Jr. was actually a pretty good fucking race car driver in the Northeast. Nobody heard about him. He was a nobody, right? Nobody heard about him until he got fucking killed. And now all of a sudden, when he dies, you want to know who he is. You want to learn who he is. I'm not talking about the Tony Stewart aspect. I'm talking about the dirt racer aspect. Brian Clausen. Brian Clausen's a great example. Winning all these races, doing all these things that Brian Clausen did. They didn't give a fuck about him until he died. If David Gravel dies next week, that's when the world will hear about him. He don't get no respect for what he's doing right now, which deserves national attention. What David Gravel's doing right now deserves just as much of attention as what fucking Chase Elliott's doing. But it don't fucking matter. But if he dies, if David Gravel somehow fucks up, you know, next week and fucking ends his life, then there'll be a memorial. You fucking pieces of shit. You bums.
Like all the people, like, they would, like, you know, they would do the same thing, like, as if I seen someone famous die that, like, other people are, you know, are privy to. Like, you'll see it. You'll go, oh, fuck, that sucks. And then you'll scroll right by it to the next fucking deal because it has no bearing on their life. They're not into it. So,
well, but that's
it would be fucking terrible for all of us to lose anybody that in this industry because we're
here.
We're here. We're privy to all these people, and I care. And all of us care about everybody in that sense deeply. You know, but it just becomes a scroll through for the average Joe.
Well, and Kyle got mad at me. Like a lot of people like to talk about me and Kyle. Like we've had our deal for multiple years, but really back in 2017, it's almost 10 years ago, Cody. This is crazy. Like when your tire guy Zach Patterson asked me how long you've been doing this, I said 9 years, and so 9 years ago. I was making videos. I made a video talking about how I think a local fucking factory stock driver is better than your NASCAR driver. And I was talking about how these regular guys are just as good as these people and they just didn't have the money. You know, and I was explaining these things based on these experiences. Like Kevin Ward Jr. happened in 2014. You know, Brian Clausen happened. Brian Clausen, the funny thing is, with Brian Clausen, the night he died was the night I lost 100. I used to be 400 fucking pounds. I lost 100 pounds, raced a fucking car, and was like better than the locals. I was a half a second faster than the local track champion on a track. I wake up the next day and Brian Clausen's dead. Like, that's how I know these things. And so it was like, I started this fucking dirt deal by trying to give recognition to these dirt guys who are not privileged, who are not able to get this glamour that is deserved. Like, there's no other sport, Cody, in the world. We have to understand this in racing. There's no other sport where a driver is, or a player, we'll call it player because that's the proper term. There's no other sport in the world where a player is better than another and no one knows about him. There's no other sport. There's no other sport where this sprint car thing exists. Like if Tom Brady was to come and play high school football, Tom Brady's going to destroy the high school football guy. But in the racing world, how the public thinks, the millions of people that don't know what a sprint car is, they think, I've had this argument, Sean could attest, people was really arguing with me 4 years ago that Chase Elliott could come to the Knoxville Nationals and lap the fucking field. You remember these conversations? People actually, Cody, think this. This is why I call racing the greatest psyop that exists. And NASCAR knows this. This is why I think NASCAR's aligned with High Limit. It's because they know. NASCAR knows they have a trick. They have a fucking, like, scheme. They have this fucking joke, technically, on the public. And when I started making a video 10 years ago and it got some traction, Kyle Larson came into my video talking shit to me. This is an actual documented experience. It's not me making it up. Because my videos were reaching 30 million people in 2 fucking weeks. And Kyle came in talking shit to me. And I didn't even talk about Kyle. But when he said that, I said, hold on. You want to say you're so fucking great? Hold on. Without you being Asian and getting Drive for Diversity, without you getting a $5 million loan, apparently, from the Abreu family, you would be David Gravel. If you don't get these opportunities, I'm just saying, if you don't get these opportunities to advance your career and your opportunities, you're a fucking sprint car driver too. You know,
well,
and
I mean, the timing worked out good for him and good on him. I mean, the dude's a fucking killer talent. There's no denying
he's a killer
but
talent, but so are these other guys. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he ain't.
I don't disagree on that. You know, I mean, there's probably some unsung heroes out there that we'll never ever fucking know about just because the timing was bad. Parents didn't have money. They didn't know somebody with money. A lot of racing to succeed requires a lot of money.
You do know that your fucking David Gravel won the 2019 Knoxville Nationals. You know this, right? In the 41 car with Exalta, and got a Jeff Gordon ride, and he went to fucking Michigan on a COVID year with no practice and qualified 12th and finished 10th at Michigan. You know how fast they're running around Michigan? Those fucking trucks at Michigan are booking it.
Maybe there was some other variables to that equation that didn't work out for him. You know, I mean, you know, maybe who knows? I don't know. Maybe they didn't like his personality. Maybe they didn't like, you know, something else. I mean, there's a lot of variables to the equation that got to work out. And sometimes it works out for people. Sometimes it doesn't.
But here's the deal, Cody. If this guy in football throws more touchdowns than the other guy, the guy who throws more touchdowns goes to the NFL. That don't happen in racing. But hold on, Cody, but people thinks it does. They think that Chase Briscoe is better than your entire World of Outlaw field right now because he's in Cup racing.
I like Chase Briscoe. I don't know him, but I've met his dad. His dad's cool as hell, and he probably is pretty talented. But I guess we'll never know. I mean, he's made it to the big leagues. He's making good money, and that's, at the end of the day, that's what everybody seems to care about, you know, making that big money.
Yeah, money runs it. This is, and you know what? I don't know if you heard my story earlier about my argument with the New Orleans women. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't, but like money, you know what? I've never seen a hearse with a luggage rack, so when you die, who gives a fuck how much money you got?
Well, that's what I would agree with you, but these New Orleans women were trying to come at me for being a white guy. And, you know, I wasn't necessarily sucking Trump dick. They were confused. And I was like, well, I'm from the racing world. And in the racing world, and this is true, Cody, the racing world is the greatest example of what color you are doesn't matter. Because we are all segmented in the racing world. It's a bunch of white guys. We're all segmented in the racing world based on how much money you have. It's the greatest example of classism that the modern world can provide. Period.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still there? Still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. You just like.
No, I'm just listening. Like,
Is it not? I mean, honestly, we're all white people, but we get segmented based on how much money we have. Period.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think of shit like that.
Well, I know you don't, because I mean, you're Cody Jacobs, but I just think that the reason Chase Briscoe is in the Cup Series and David Gravel isn't is because of money. Period.
The Reddick kid, he came from late models and he's kicking ass. Like, so that's cool.
Is do you think Tyler Reddick's better than you know, Brandon Overton or Brandon Shepard or Ricky Thornton? Like, he's not better. I mean,
I don't know. Like, I never really watched him run late models. I just know I had heard, or you know, like that he come from that, but I really don't know much about that kid.
What about the sprint car guys? Do you think that Kyle Larson's better than David?
I think they're equally great, but I think there's some areas that Kyle is better than David, and then I think there's some scenarios and areas where David's better than Kyle. But I think
you do hold on. You do understand that David Gravel has one Silver Crown race. Do you know what a Silver Crown car is, Cody? I'm not trying to be mean.
I do, and I was actually at that race that David ran.
What happened? What happened in that race? That one race? What happened?
Well, he started last because I actually know the guy that he was driving for, and the one dude that was my first year at Big Game when, and the one guy that was working for us, my car chief, he was kind of one of the guys involved in taking care of that car, and it wasn't the nicest car, and they
the 21.
Yeah, they had starter issues, like they needed a bump start, so they had to start at the tail, and David drove all the way to second, and Kyle won, and David ran second. But had David would have started up front, I mean, I think it would have been a fucking battle for the ages.
Yeah, right, and it went green to checkered, I believe, right?
Those specifics I can't quite remember, but I know they're like. I was like, that was my first race we went to. We raced in Lake Ozark, I think, and then
I-70.
You know, the dude that was working for us at the time. You know, he wanted to be there, so he super trucked it overnight. And we got there, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't really give a fuck about these things. But I'm glad we went. Like it was fun to watch, and it was cool to see David, charge up through the field. It made it exciting.
Well, and so that's my issue when people try to claim superiority to Kyle, for instance. Like, He can drive all these different cars and do all these different things. He's like one of the only guys who gets to even fucking try to do all these different things.
Well, the fact that Kyle can jump in a fucking late model and do the shit he was doing in a late model, that does speak volumes from his.
What do you mean, though? It was the 6. It was the 6.
I don't give a fuck what it was. Those late models are a different species. And for somebody, a sprint car driver especially, I don't know many sprint car drivers that can just jump in a late model.
You've never heard of Jack Hewitt?
Yes, I've heard of Jack. He's one of my idols. But I said not very many. And for him to do that, in today's age, that was pretty phenomenal. Like, it just, things come naturally to him, man, and like it's all slow motion to him.
Well, I'm not saying that Kyle sucks. I mean, I'm not saying that. I think he's extremely talented. I don't like how our fans, particularly in sprint car racing, try to just put him over everyone else in sprint car racing, if that makes...
Well, Chaz, you can't change it. You're not going to change that. People are going to think what they want to think, and people that maybe know him as a person and maybe know some of the shit about him might think differently, and maybe not. Like, you can't change what people think, but you sure as fuck can't worry about what people think either.
You're wrong, Cody. You can change what people think. I see how we're disagreeing here.
Well, and that's fine. I mean, the only way to change how someone thinks is to have an experience on their own.
Right.
And how, you know what I mean? Like, you can only...
But no, honestly, Cody, I think you're wrong. See, this is where I think you're not seeing the bigger picture here. This is why I think you don't understand why Kyle is mad. This is why I think you don't understand why Kyle is trying to wreck your cars. Because here's what I'm saying. Hold on. This is why they are trying to wreck your car. Because they know what we're doing right here, right now, talking as freely as we are, and we ain't trying to convince anybody. I'm with you. This is the stuff that changes what people think. And those people are trying to control what people think. So when you come out here and you give them perspectives, whether that's flicking off a Flow Racing sticker, whether that's calling ginger kitties, I'm just saying, this is the stuff. No, honestly, Cody, maybe you didn't know it. I knew it. Kyle knows it. This is the stuff that is fucking with what people think. You know, and you're saying you can't change what people think and all that. No, Cody, you can. You can.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, Chaz. Maybe you can. And like I said, I mean, I look in the mirror and every day, and I'm by far perfect. And you know,
is it because you have a choke, Cody? Is it a? You said you look in the mirror. I'm just curious. Is it girthy or?
You know what I mean?
No, I know. I mean, what are you talking about? I'm just trying to.
Fucking sick.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? Come on, Cody. Hey. I know how wide that Meow Mix can is. You know what I'm saying?
If you want to bullshit your way through to get people to believe you, then fucking be a bullshitter. But I am not that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If you don't like me for who I am and the things that I say, then that's your fucking problem. I don't really care.
Well, but people listen. Hold on. This is what I mean, Cody. Like, maybe me talking online doesn't matter, right? Like, Kyle and Brad can handle that. But if we add in the crew chief of the fucking 2 car, who's the World of Outlaw 2-time champion, now it's a problem. Now we have to chop the front end off the car. This is what I'm saying. Like, you've added an element here with the Chaz, Cody, that people are listening to. Like, We have people devoted right now. They're watching the show. Tony Stewart's watching right now. Like, he's texting me. No, he's texting me. He's like, fuck you. Listen, they're watching the show right now. You don't think that you matter, but even though your wife hates me, Tony Stewart and Kyle love me. So I'm waving the green flag FS1 style. So what I'm saying is, like, this is
terrible. That video, I seen that video. You waved that flag like a little fucking bitch.
I'm just saying.
Hey, you're talking to a fucking former flagman.
Yeah, I did say you were a former flagman.
You fucking wave that flag like a little bitch.
What I'm saying, Cody, is
you gotta twist that stick, brother. You can't be fucking just waving it back and forth like a 2-year-old. You gotta get it on there, bud.
I was centimeter Peter in that shit. Here's what I'm saying. We are destroying what they have paid a lot of money. They paid a lot of money and put their necks on the line, Cody, to do something that we are fucking up. Like, the Chaz just talking shit, whatever. But when you combine the Chaz with Cody, with David, with the little, I'm just saying, this is like the kryptonite. They're trying to be Superman and they're getting fucked. And they're like, all right, we're going to run these fucking cars hard. What? Go ahead, sorry.
The truth shall set you free.
We're all going to die one day, Cody. We're all going to die. Here's the deal. At the end of the day, I feel like you're going to be able to die and face the judgment. I'm going to be able to die and face the judgment. I don't know if these fucking guys can face it. I think I'm worried for them. I mean, we're praying right now. I mean, I don't know if they can handle what's going to happen to them in the long-term scenario. You know, I'm just saying.
I don't wish anything bad on anybody, but I just wish, I wish we all, if we really cared, to really care, not just care about ourselves, and just be real. Just fucking be real is all. Like, don't be a fake fuck.
Do you know? Hold on. We can't explain on this show what you mean by that, but I know what you mean by
the
that.
People, the real people know what the fuck I mean. Like, come on, man. Like,
we can't. I'm just saying we can't go to the Raquel depths. You know.
It is what it is.
No, it ain't. It is what it is, but it ain't what it ain't, Cody.
Yeah.
All right. You got to go. I could tell are you almost home?
We got a 7-hour trip, but we won't be home till probably 6 or 7 in the morning.
People ask me where my home is. I say Earth. Is that a proper term or no?
Yeah. It's in the backseat of that fucking Pinto you drive around.
Do not give Ford that much credit, sir. Do not give Ford that much credit.
How many miles that shit box got on it?
475.
On that engine or that car? Brand new engine? Different engine?
The timing belt threw on the older engine. The older engine was actually better. I think it would make it. Outside of the engine, yes. It's original, everything else.
That's phenomenal. Look at you out here just doing the Lord's work in that Pinto.
You better stop saying Pinto, damn it. Ford ain't gave me enough money. You're acting like I'm Ryan Blaney right now. Come on.
I like Ryan Blaney, man.
You love Ryan Blaney. This could be a clip on its own.
I like Ryan Blaney. I got a soft spot for Dave and Dale. Those were two of my heroes growing up. So I like seeing Ryan do good, even though he probably doesn't know who the fuck I am or anything. But I like seeing him do good.
Do you think Ryan Blaney could drive a 410 sprint car?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he could drive one, and then It's a little bit different. Like, I feel like anybody can drive one. It takes to race one and be competitive like that might, take some acclimation.
Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs can clearly drive one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, no,
too.
that would be the example, right? Like, Ty Gibbs is the example. If a guy from NASCAR tried to race one, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that kid can crash, man. Someone needs to tell him, like, look past your nose wing, bro.
But if you're not used to racing a 900 horsepower sprint car, that's what can happen. Like, that's what you're saying. Like, Ryan Blaney could drive. Ryan Blaney could drive a sprint car. Hell, I've drove a sprint car. You drove one too, I think. But
Ryan Blaney's got Blaney blood, though. I'm telling you, I think, with a few test sessions at Sharon, he'd be smooth as butter.
You're fucking full of shit.
I'm telling you, man, and that he's not going to go up there and beat the
You're being a homer. You're being a homer.
Well, I'm being honest. Like, if I didn't think he could do it, I would tell you. Like,
obviously he could drive a fucking race car. He's in NASCAR, right? He could drive a car.
Yeah.
That's my deal. I don't think NASCAR guys can't drive. I just think that driving a sprint car is a little more difficult than driving their fucking, sticker headlight bullshit. I just think that a sprint car is tougher to drive than a cup car. That's my opinion.
It is. It probably is. You're probably 100% right. But I think when you're used to doing 200 mile an hour and then you get in a sprint car, even though it happens really fast, I think it still helps to be in those fast cars all the time.
Right. I mean, I get that it slows down, but as far as like running a car that's locked to the track versus running a car that's on top of the track is completely different. Like asphalt, they're used to being in the track. And then when they get on top of the track, the car's bad. They need an adjustment. Like when you're in a sprint car, you're on top of the track, you figure the shit out. And if you don't figure the shit out, you're Ty Gibbsing it into the fucking fence. That's what I think personally.
Yeah. Yeah, Ty Gibbs, man, that boy. Whew, wow.
Do you want to give Ty Gibbs any advice or?
Look past your nose wing.
Oh God!
Like, you gotta look. Like you could tell he's just squeezing the fuck out of that steering wheel and looking at his nose wing and holding the fuck on because, man, that boy took a couple diggers the last 2 years. I mean.
Oh, you did say diggers for the record. Okay, cool.
Yeah, diggers, like digging the fucking roll cage out of the dirt.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think I honestly think that's what would happen with most NASCAR drivers if they tried our sport. They would be so out of whack, they wouldn't know how to react. They're so used to sitting back and just riding in the cars, they don't know how to drive them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know, but hats off for him for trying, Hell, when you got that kind of money, you might as well give it a go.
Right. Okay, you got to go to bed. You got to go to bed.
All love to Tanner, though. Like, I wasn't hating on him, but let's be real, Tanner. The win wasn't the fucking problem.
Oh, come on. No, you're talking.
He qualified like dog shit. He was going to start in the fourth row of the heat. He didn't have a snowball's chance in hell. And he knew it. And he was looking at the big picture, which I agree with him on that. Like, when you're championship racing, you got to look at the big picture and you can't be tearing your shit up. But if that thing's rolling as good as it has been, which he's been rolling good, he could have ran that fucker in the smooth part of the racetrack and made the show and maybe made a charge.
He had to go pee. His bladder's the size of a fucking ping pong ball.
What is he? He must be drinking Zimas.
No.
Or some fucking
Yingling Flights.
Mike's Hard Lemonade. White Claws. Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Now he said.
I love it.
He said, if you're wanting to go, you can go. If you gotta get off and.
Is he live? Is he still live? Is this live?
Yeah, he's live.
How many people?
Oh,
How many people are listening?
Here he is. No, it's
Is he talking shit?
who?
No, I just said you're probably drinking. You probably had a few Zimas.
Zima.
So
You
probably had a
can't
few
you can't
Zimas,
be
so
you
your
can't,
bladder is right.
you can't be saying that to these younger people. They don't know what a Zima is.
Yeah. Mike's Hard Lemonade. A sea breeze. You're probably having some sea breezes.
You must be dealing with Luke.
Huh?
You must be dealing with Luke.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that's your guy, right? The Luke guy.
I got my new guy's Luke. Yeah.
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 Yeah. He's drinking the Zimas. I ain't drinking no fucking Zima or sea breezes.
Yeah.
We're drinking we're drinking this Yingling thing. What is a Yingling?
Yingling. That's Pennsylvania beer. That's good shit.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've had a few of them in my day.
Icy Lights?
Icy Lights.
Anyway. Okay.
All right, but yeah.
We gotta let you go. You're gonna get in trouble. You know this show is
I'm not
gonna get you
in trouble. I'm not saying it's called freedom of speech.
No. That's not.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything wrong. I just I give my opinion. Am I not allowed to give my opinion?
I mean, if your car owner's all right with it, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
I mean, Todd's a big Kyle fan. Todd's a big Kyle fan.
I'm good for him. Whatever. Like, it's all good.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't want you to be in trouble. I really don't want to. I don't want to kill David. So.
Like I said, I don't own it. I don't drive it. So if they're going to crash it, it doesn't really affect me one way or the other.
Yes, it does. If your driver dies, I mean.
They don't say that shit. He's not going to die, kid.
I mean, the motherfucker was running him close at Eldora. That's close to dying. I mean, that's not cool. I don't think it was cool, personally.
Kyle knows where I stand on that.
Okay, let me ask you. So you obviously have an opinion, I would think. Who is the best crew chief in sprint car racing right now?
Ricky Warner.
Why?
Because he talks to every motherfucking other mechanic and asks what everybody's doing, and everybody spills their guts to him, and then he formulates a deal, says he knows what everybody's doing.
So you're saying the other mechanics who
he doesn't fucking stop thinking about racing. That dude is like a fucking freak. Like he'll call and he won't even be like, "Hey, how's it going?" He just goes straight into "Hey, what bars?" and just talking racing all the time. He don't shut it off. And I mean, I don't know. There's a hell of a lot more to life than racing for me. So I try my hardest to turn it off a little bit.
So hold on, so he calls you and you tell him the bars?
No, I don't. I mean, I lie a lot to him.
You lie. So hold on, he does call you and you lie to him. What?
Ever read the book The Art of War?
So hold on. Are you saying you lie to him or no? I know the book of Art of War. It's a Mike Tyson book.
Well, I sure as fuck ain't gonna tell motherfuckers that I'm racing against everything that I'm doing.
When's the last time Ricky Warner called you?
I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago.
And did he ask you about bars and stuff, or?
Yeah, I think it was Stagger or something. I don't know. I had a not so friendly response, so he probably won't be calling.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
Nothing. That's not for you. That's not for you to worry about.
Oh, come on. This is you made David. Without Cody Jacobs, there is no David. Without David, there is no Cody. What do you mean?
Hey, and iron sharpens iron, but sometimes
you can't be telling the other guys how you sharpen it, is what I'm saying,
That's what I'm saying. Goddamn, I ain't gonna be telling people shit that I'm doing. If I do, it's usually bullshit.
So but basically what you're saying is Ricky Warner, If there's another car doing something that's special, he'll talk to him and he'll be like, "Oh my God, it's Ricky Warner. I gotta tell him everything. He loves me." And they tell him everything, and then they're fucked. Is what you're saying?
100%. Because
Okay.
it is. I remember being younger. When things first started going good, I started figuring some things out, learning, and like the first few times he called me, I'm like, holy fuck, this is badass. Like this dude's asking me.
It's like Kyle calling. It's like Kyle calling you on how you drive the corner or something.
Yeah, maybe so, but it was. I felt like, like this dude's calling me, asking me what I'm doing. Like I must be doing something right now. And then, you feed into it. But the older you get, you got to learn how to play the game out here. And I mean, I'm not trying to blow smoke in my ass, but when it comes to playing the game, I feel like I can play it better than any motherfucker.
So are you saying that you've called people and been like, "Hey, you're doing great. What bars are you running?" Like, is that what you've done now to people, or?
No. But if I talk to you and you ask me a question, you can damn well bet that I'm gonna fire one back and see if I can get somebody to bite on the hook.
Because of what Ricky's done to you.
Well, you just learn things. You learn things from people being out here. Like I said, it's a game out here. This is a big game, and many.
It's a big game, and you are the motorsports.
It's a big game. You gotta know how to play it out here in many shapes and sizes, and then eventually that game doesn't matter in the big scheme of life.
So basically, what you're saying is you have the balls on the best driver in the game. And then Kendra has the balls on the High Limit Series. And I told you this 3 years ago. The Jacobs family, y'all have Epsteined your ass into control. You own it all. It's a big game for y'all. It's a big game.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Well, I guess you have to finally wash the car or do something because you're getting very short with your answers.
That's it. I'm just answering things. I'm not gonna. I mean, I can't divulge into everything, but
okay.
You got a lot of content. I'll be wanting my royalties check from the Ginger Kitty shit and all that stuff that we did. I want that.
You're gonna have to sue me.
You can sue me for what?
That's what I tell them. That's what I say. I say, sue me for what? Do it, damn motherfucker.
Give me that pinto.
Yeah. Give me that fucking 20 cents on the dollar. Give me that 20 cents on the dollar. Exactly. Okay, well, no, I'm not funny. I mean, we can't be funny anymore. We'll kill David. So, at the end of the day, you are Cody Jacobs. You are in my opinion, you're the best crew chief in sprint car racing. But other people won't agree. It is what it is. So.
Well, it is what it is. I appreciate those kind thoughts and words. I've worked very hard, and I feel like I've earned it the right way. And I did this shit for free for a lot of years to get to where I'm at.
Well, I mean, last time we had you on the show, you pissed off a lot of people. Apparently, what was a few crew chiefs were mad at you. I guess I don't know something about Brett Marks. But Heath has moved on to another team now, so we can't talk about that anymore. Is there anything you want to say before you leave? I don't want to give you any negative press. What's the true press you want to say?
No, I just want to say, Tanner, if you're gonna come race, just race the fucking event. Don't blame the win. The win.
I told Tanner Thorson tonight. I said, I know because hold on. I posted your text that I sent you, and I retracted. I hold on. I deleted it because Tanner was on there running his mouth, and then I told Tanner. I said, hold on. I was baited by a disgruntled outlaw crew chief. And he says, hold on. I said, a disgruntled outlaw crew chief. And he said, fucking Cody. And I said, he knew who you were. He already knew. He already knew. And he's like, Cody will come be my best friend next week. And I said, hey, look, here's the deal. Because it's true. It's true. Hey, hold on, Cody. Hold on, Cody. It's true. I talked to you on the phone. I told him this. I said, I talked to Cody on the phone last week. He really thinks you're doing a good job. He likes you, Tanner. I really think he just hates fucking Brad Sweet and High Limit. And that's what it's about. It's not about you. You're just the example. You're the High Limit guy, you know? Like right now, that's what they're trying to pump him as the High Limit guy because he's doing what he's doing, right? So I don't think your comments about him being a bitch and leaving is necessarily like you mad at Tanner. You're just like, High Limit wants to talk all this shit. Fuck you. Here's this High Limit points leader. He left. So happens it's Tanner Thorson. And then that's what it is. I think you actually like Tanner Thorson. I truly believe this personally.
Yeah, I do. I do. He knows that. You know, but like I said, like he would. Could you imagine if the roles were reversed?
That's what I mean. Like you hate Brad and High Limit. You hate their bullshit. You hate their bullshit. You hate their bullshit. You don't hate them.
Exactly.
You hate you hate their bullshit. Period.
Their approach. I don't. Hate's a strong word, but I hate their approach, and I hate how they're doing. You know, their bullshit.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if the roles were reversed and fucking me and David went to a fucking High Limit race?
Votto. If you went to Votto and left after qualifying.
Fuck it. Like, the track's too wet or the wind, you know, wasn't right, you know, like.
When they had a high risk wind advisory at Amarillo.
Could you imagine if the roles were reversed? It would have been fucking of epic proportion of how fucking big of a fucking bitch we
pussy ass motherfuckers. Yeah. These fucking High Limit Superior, the Outlaw champion left.
Yeah, you can't have your cake too. It's gotta but no, I'll fuck with Tanner when I see him. Like, what? The win, like, just say it like it is. Like I said, when we suck, or you know, if I fuck the car up, like I don't say, oh, you know, like the wrench was too short, or you know, like.
Did you just say that out loud? The wrench was too short.
Yeah,
you little fucking World of Outlaw bitch. The wrench was too short.
Like, fuck no. Like, you don't make excuses. You know, fuck.
Right.
He knows that.
It's not, well, and that's what I said to Tanner. I said, I don't think it's about you. I think it's about the High Limit Brad Sweet bullshit. Like, because you respect Tanner Thorson, and he's a fucking hardworking little fuckhead, you know? I mean, not a fuckhead, but.
Is. He's a fucking go-getter. He earns it. He works on his shit.
Right.
No doubt about that. He knows I respect that.
Well, and that's what I wanted to make sure he knew that, because he called it from the get-go. Because when he saw the post, he said, fucking old Cody. And I was like, he literally said, I will send you the fucking message. He said, fucking old Cody. I said, yep, it was old Cody. I said, he's good for some shit talking, but I don't know about the fairness. That's what I said to him. I was like, you know, Cody just don't like this fucking High Limit bullshit. And you're the fucking High Limit point leader. You want to load up after the fucking, you know, qualifying. You're going to get the fucking shit, you know, you're going to get it, you know, I mean, because like you said, and I was trying to talk to you to go to Votto. All I'm saying is, like, if you and David would have came to Votto, he qualified 12th, and then you left. Oh my God. That would have been the headline fucking news. That would have been like every Dirt Tracker and Jeremy Elliott would have took that and ran with it. And
for sure.
But they're qualified media. I mean, I'm just some guy talking, you know, for nobodies. The qualified media, they're not going to talk about Tanner Thorson leaving tomorrow. You know, they're not going to talk about that. They're going to talk about David, you know, running well and Kofoid his last lap pass. This is the bullshit. This is the bullshit, Cody. They will, I guarantee you, they will ignore it tomorrow. They will ignore that Tanner Thorson left the World of Outlaw race after qualifying 12th. They will ignore it. You know,
like I said, some things you can't change, but whatever.
If it was the other way around, like you say, who would ignore that? Who would ignore if David went to Votto and left after qualifying? Nobody. Nobody. That would be headline fucking news.
I'm hearing you.
I'm the bad guy. We're the bad guys, Cody. Do we need to do we need to accept it? Do we need to accept that we're the bad guys and just dive in?
Well, I've already accepted it. We can end it on that. Roll the fucking music. This is how we ride. This is how we.
You fucking bastards. Okay, we'll end it. If you want to end it, we will. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
No, you didn't offend me, but been on for an hour and 30 minutes. That's good enough.
An hour, 31 and 51 seconds.
Yeah, and that doesn't include you calling me and then hanging up on me, you fucking prick.
All right. Well, I made a graphic just for you, Cody.
Sweet.
Did you see the graphic?
No. You have to send it to me. I don't have any social media.
Here, we're doing it right now. There it is. Look at that. That's beautiful. Beautiful, Cody.
Awesome. All right, I'm out. Peace out. Peace out, Asian dude.
See ya, dude.
All right. Bye. So did we just like offend everybody, Sean, or what?
I think so. Cody says what he. Close now? I don't think we offended anybody. I mean, Cody speaks his mind.
What did the chat say the whole time?
I don't know. They've kind of been quiet.
Why is this dang guy?
Who?
This dank guy is spamming the chat.
He's trolling. I don't know.
Well, how do you feel, Sean?
That was good. That was a good show. I mean, when was the last show we did? Or you did?
I don't know. It's been
January,
a while.
I think you said?
mean, they've tried to shut it down.
Pretty good show for not having one for a while.
Do you think Tanner's mad at Cody?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it was pretty well explained.
Okay. I'm just making sure the chat is this dank guy has spammed it. Look at this. Oh my god. Okay. So is that where we end it, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want.
Okay. Well, Cody and me are gonna keep burning the world to pieces, and if you ain't figured it out, he did say he did say this is how he ride. All right, so thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, and as always, we will catch you next time. I think. When is next time gonna be, Sean? I mean,
I don't know.
We can't do it Monday through Friday, so tomorrow or
I
gotta leave soon. I mean,
possibly, yeah, tomorrow.
Oh God. Did we get Broke Joe on the show?
Oh fuck no.
What would Broke Joe say?
I don't know.
What would Broke Joe say? That might be the title of the show tomorrow. What would Broke Joe say?
What would Broke Joe do?
Oh God. All right. This is how we ride. This is how we do.
Righty.
We can ride high, we can ride low. We can ride anywhere we need to go. We can ride all night up to the morning, as long as we make the show. We can be the best, or we can be the worst. We can be the best thing you ever.
We're here. John, can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Oh no. What do you have to we just stopped the ending of the show. What do you have to say?
Oh, I don't know. I think Cody's spot on with a lot of shit, you know, when it comes to just the whole world of the sprint car thing, you know.
Right.
I think the sprint car world's in a really good place right now. Whether they want to know it or not, everything's good.
Outside of high limit, apparently.
Well, there's always got to be a minor league, you know.
You can't be saying that,
I
John.
like
Kyle's gonna
both of
send an
them.
assassin.
I really appreciate every 410 sprint car series in the country. I follow.
Well, that's because you got to
IRA,
do
I
it. You got to do it with
follow
IRA
football.
though. That's why. You know, you got to appreciate all of them
It's a
because
feeder
you're dealing
system.
with IRA.
It's a fucking feeder system. Feeder system. Look at it right now. It's a feeder system. Look at all the guys right now. How many? I shouldn't say how many. Well, we got Baylog. We got Scotty Thiel. We got fucking Paguski. He's run a bunch of IRA races. You got Logan Julian. He's coming up, and he's, 17, 18 years old. Everything's fine. I mean, there's plenty of feeder systems. What needs to happen is there needs to be people that pay attention to these other series. Everyone's so quick to run and say, oh, World Outlaws, oh, High Limit, oh, fucking whatever the hell.
Well, but hold on. That's what I said. I said, what about IRA? What about Power I? What about?
Yes. Absolutely.
But,
Exactly.
but Cody was being a
They
bitch.
do exist. They exist. The teams are there and they exist, and these drivers are there. It's just they don't get the publicity.
Right. They don't get the attention.
Right. I don't know what you do to fix that. I guess I don't know. What do? Do what you can. You know.
Okay.
Support these teams and support these series. Go out and buy a fucking seat in the racetrack and buy a T-shirt and, you know, support them as they come up through the system is all you can really do.
Okay. Well, we just we stopped the ending of the show to listen to the 30
Yeah, I've been
point.
texting Sean the whole fucking night.
No,
Cody's been dragging
Sean.
his shit on for the last fucking 3 hours.
Hey, listen here, you fucking 30-point buck. Listen here, that 30-pointer. Okay, that's your 2 cents. That's what you say. Hello. Okay, I think that's what he said. So we gave the Wisconsin people their due. The 30-point buck. All right, we're out. We're done. Yep. All right, we're touching myself to. Oh God. Bye. Oh God. What the.
We can ride high, we can ride low. We can ride anywhere we need to go. We can ride all night up to the morning, as long as we make the show.